What if a single machine could erase distance, redefine travel, and transform everything we know about aviation? Japan, long known for daring innovation, may now be pushing beyond upgrades and prototypes into something entirely unprecedented. Their newest venture is not just about cutting-edge technology, it's about perfect timing. While the world grapples with carbon emissions and urban congestion, Japan may have quietly surged ahead. Within a lineup of ambitious projects lies an initiative so bold it almost defies belief, yet it's already in motion. What exactly are they building, and why isn't anyone else doing it this way? One of the most visionary efforts is Japan's ZEST, the zero-emission supersonic transport. This project aims to revolutionize long-distance air travel with aircraft designed to fly at speeds exceeding Mach 4, potentially connecting cities like Tokyo and Paris in under 3 hours. But what truly sets ZEST apart is not just its speed, it's the promise of producing zero emissions. By harnessing hydrogen-powered, air-breathing engines and cutting-edge thermal management systems, ZEST is being developed to emit no carbon dioxide during flight. In a world increasingly focused on climate regulations, that's a game-changer. Still in its conceptual and early design phases, ZEST is targeting deployment by the 2030s or possibly 2040. Spearheaded by Japanese engineers in collaboration with Airbus's subsidiary, the project has raised questions. Can clean hypersonic flight at this scale truly be achieved? Will hydrogen propulsion and reusable engines perform reliably at Mach 4 and remain economically viable? If successful, ZEST wouldn't just be a technological marvel, it would serve as a new blueprint for clean, high-speed aviation. But ZEST is just the beginning. Enter Japan's Mark II Aurora, a reusable spaceplane developed with support from JAXA and ANA, in partnership with Dawn Aerospace. What makes it remarkable is its ability to take off from a standard runway like a jet and reach the edge of space, without the need for rockets or dedicated launch facilities. This opens up new frontiers for satellite deployment, suborbital research, and rapid cargo delivery. Its streamlined design enables multiple launches per day, potentially slashing operational costs and normalizing near-space access. The Mark II Aurora has already completed civilian supersonic test flights, marking significant progress beyond the conceptual stage. The aircraft's strategic importance is growing, particularly as Japan explores its use for both commercial and defense applications. ANA's participation suggests future goals ranging from satellite logistics to possible space tourism. In an era where reusable spaceflight is rapidly gaining global momentum, Japan's entry with a light, scalable, and cost-effective model is timely. Nonetheless, challenges remain, such as withstanding the extreme thermal stress of repeated launches and navigating complex regulatory pathways. Even so, the Mark II Aurora could position Japan as a serious contender in the emerging low-orbit economy, offering a practical and visionary solution for the future of space access. Mitsubishi FX, F3. Japan's Mitsubishi FX, also referred to as the F3, represents the country's most ambitious fighter aircraft project to date. Developed as a sixth-generation stealth fighter, it is designed to replace the aging F-2 fleet and elevate Japan's air combat capabilities into a new era. What distinguishes the FX is its cutting-edge integration of artificial intelligence, sensor fusion, and mid-flight control of drone wingmen, features that push beyond the current fifth-generation technology. Its design incorporates stealth shaping, radar-absorbing materials, and an emphasis on long-range engagement and survivability in contested airspace. The FX is also part of an international collaboration involving the UK and Italy, blending Japan's design leadership with European experience gained from the Tempest program. Despite its potential, the project faces uncertainty, with initial deployment not expected until around 2035. Questions remain about whether such a complex, multinational effort can stay on schedule and within budget. If delays occur, Japan may have to rely more heavily on its existing F-35 fleet. Nevertheless, the FX holds the promise to redefine air superiority in the region, and amid rising tensions in the Indo-Pacific, its development could significantly alter the balance of air power in Asia. Mitsubishi X-2 Shinshin. The Mitsubishi X-2 Shinshin marked Japan's bold foray into stealth aviation, serving as a critical technology demonstrator rather than a combat-ready aircraft. First flown in 2016, the X-2 was created to test advanced aerospace technologies, including 3D thrust vectoring, radar-absorbing materials, and next-generation stealth shaping. Impressively, nearly 90% of the aircraft was developed domestically, showcasing Japan's commitment to building an independent aerospace capability after years of relying on foreign designs. The X-2 also trialed sophisticated avionics and sensor systems, many of which would later be incorporated into the Mitsubishi FX program. Although the aircraft never entered mass production, its impact on Japan's defense strategy was substantial. It provided invaluable flight data for future sixth-generation fighter development and demonstrated Japan's capacity to innovate beyond licensed manufacturing. Some analysts speculate that elements of the X-2 might resurface in future unmanned systems. Whether seen as a one-time experiment or a quiet preview of Japan's stealth roadmap, the Shinshin was a pivotal milestone in the nation's aerospace ambitions. Tetra Aviation Mk-5, Solo Sky Cruiser. The Tetra Aviation Mk-5, also known as the Solo Sky Cruiser, is a fully electric, single-passenger vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) aircraft aimed at transforming personal urban and regional transportation. Built with a lightweight carbon fiber frame, the Mk-5 features an impressive 32 rotors and fixed wings, enabling runway-free operation with minimal infrastructure. With a projected range of approximately 160 kilometers, 100 miles, and a top cruising speed of the same, it offers a practical solution for solo commutes or short-distance travel. The aircraft made its public debut at the Oshkosh AirVenture show in the United States, where it attracted attention for its sleek, minimalist, and futuristic design. Representing a new direction in personal air mobility, the Mk-5 highlights the growing potential of eVTOL technology in reshaping how individuals navigate congested cities and suburban landscapes. What sets the Mk-5 apart is its emphasis on individual mobility rather than mass transportation. This design philosophy reflects the growing trend of air mobility as a service, where users could one day summon personal aerial rides much like today's ride-sharing apps. However, challenges remain. Can regulatory bodies adapt quickly enough, and will stringent safety and certification standards slow the path to commercialization? Japan's support for a bold, privately developed aircraft like the Mk-5 reflects its confidence in a future where clean, practical, short-range air travel becomes mainstream. If the Mk-5 proves successful, it could redefine how we think about daily commuting. Japan's SkyDrive SD-05 represents the country's first fully electric flying car developed with real-world application in mind, not just as a concept. Created by SkyDrive Incorporated with backing from companies like Suzuki, the SD-05 features vertical takeoff and landing (VTOL) capability, seats 2 passengers, and is built with a compact, lightweight design tailored for short urban routes. With a top speed of approximately 60 km per hour and a range of around 10 km, it is ideal for navigating dense city environments. Unlike luxury or performance-focused eVTOLs, the SD-05 is envisioned as a practical air taxi solution. Public flight demonstrations are already in progress, and Japan aims to deploy the vehicle at the 2025 Osaka Expo in live operational settings. This ambitious target highlights Japan's serious commitment to integrating urban air mobility into its future transportation network. Yet, key challenges such as limited range, battery efficiency, and regulatory approval will determine its long-term viability. If successful, the SD-05 could pioneer the first commercially available flying car system in Asia, making rooftop-to-rooftop air taxis a reality in Japanese cities. Mitsubishi's AI-driven unmanned jet is one of Japan's most ambitious steps into next-generation military aviation. This single-seat aircraft is designed as a fully autonomous platform, relying entirely on onboard artificial intelligence for navigation, threat assessment, and mission execution, far more than a simple remotely piloted drone. Developed by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the jet is intended for roles in electronic warfare, reconnaissance, and as a loyal wingman operating alongside manned aircraft. Scheduled for testing in 2025, it marks a significant move in Japan's broader effort to modernize its defense strategy through autonomous systems. A key objective of the program is adaptability, with the AI expected to learn and improve its performance over time, potentially enabling coordinated swarm operations in the future. If the system can effectively manage the complexities of modern combat scenarios, this could be the foundation for Japan's development of a fully autonomous aerial combat fleet, shifting the role of AI from support to leadership in future warfare. 8. Archer Midnight, City Hopper Jet. The Archer Midnight is an electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) aircraft developed in the United States, yet it's Japan that is playing a pivotal role in scaling its adoption. Japanese company Source has announced plans to acquire 100 units of the Midnight, aiming to build an urban air mobility network connecting major Japanese cities. Designed for short-range flights of approximately 32 kilometers, 20 miles, the aircraft enables rapid city-to-airport transfers and downtown-to-suburb hops. It accommodates 4 passengers and a pilot, with an emphasis on low noise and zero emissions, features critical for dense urban environments. Japan's strong interest in the Midnight reflects a broader push towards sustainable, high-frequency urban air travel, especially with the pressure to showcase futuristic systems ahead of the Osaka Kansai Expo 2025. However, the necessary infrastructure, such as rooftop landing pads, charging stations, and air traffic corridors, is still under development. If successful, Japan could become a global model for integrating eVTOLs into daily transportation, with the Archer Midnight poised to become a foreign-made but familiar sight in Japanese skies, transforming how cities bypass ground-level congestion. 7. Shinmeiwa US-2. The Shinmeiwa US-2 stands as one of the world's most advanced amphibious aircraft, built specifically for search and rescue missions in treacherous maritime environments. Developed by Shinmeiwa Industries for the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, the US-2 is capable of taking off and landing on rough seas with wave heights of up to 3 meters, 10 feet, a capability that few other aircraft can match. With a short takeoff distance of just 280 meters, it is highly effective in constrained or remote areas. Its operational range exceeds 2,800 kilometers, and it can transport over 20 passengers or evacuees, making it invaluable for both military and humanitarian missions. The aircraft combines cutting-edge technology with rugged practicality, featuring boundary layer control for improved lift during takeoff and landing, fly-by-wire systems, and massive turboprop engines. Its ability to access remote islands and operate on open waters has garnered international interest, including from India, though high costs and political hurdles have slowed export deals. Still, the US-2 remains a standout in Japan's specialized aviation portfolio, a testament to its engineering expertise in maritime rescue operations. 6. Kawasaki P-1. The Kawasaki P-1 marks a major milestone as Japan's first domestically developed maritime patrol aircraft, purpose-built from the ground up for military applications such as anti-submarine warfare, surveillance, and reconnaissance. Unlike other patrol aircraft that are often repurposed from civilian airframes, the P-1 was designed exclusively for defense needs. It is powered by 4 low-noise turbofan engines that provide both long-range endurance and stealthier operation, enhancing its capability for extended missions over sea and land. The Kawasaki P-1 holds a critical advantage in anti-submarine warfare due to its advanced sensor suite, which includes magnetic anomaly detectors, radar systems capable of detecting small surface targets in rough seas, and the ability to deploy sonobuoys. Far more than just a sensor platform, the P-1 is fully armed with torpedoes, depth charges, and anti-ship missiles, making it a formidable presence in maritime defense. What truly sets the P-1 apart is its groundbreaking use of fiber-optic fly-by-light flight control systems, the first of its kind on any operational military aircraft. This innovation significantly reduces electromagnetic interference and ensures more reliable data transmission, especially vital in sensor-saturated environments. Already in active use by the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force and occasionally seen in joint exercises with Allied forces, the P-1's importance is growing amid rising tensions in the Indo-Pacific. With its quiet, persistent surveillance capabilities, it stands as a valuable asset, and perhaps a future alternative for allies still reliant on aging P-3 aircraft. Japan's most advanced military transport aircraft, the Kawasaki C-2, was developed from the ground up to replace the aging C-1 and bridge the gap between tactical airlift and strategic mobility. Unlike many cargo planes derived from civilian airframes, the C-2 was purpose-built to meet the unique operational demands of the Japan Air Self-Defense Force. Its high-wing, twin-engine design allows it to carry over 36 tons of cargo, including tanks, helicopters, and heavy equipment, over distances exceeding 8,000 kilometers. With a cruising speed of about 890 kilometers per hour, the C-2 surpasses many of its peers, outpacing even the US C-130 and challenging the capabilities of the C-17. Beyond payload and speed, the aircraft is distinguished by excellent flight stability, advanced avionics, and short-field performance, enabling it to operate effectively in both military and humanitarian missions. Japan has already employed the C-2 in domestic disaster relief and overseas deployments in the Middle East, demonstrating its practical versatility. While there has been some quiet international interest, Japan's traditionally cautious export policies remain a limiting factor. Nonetheless, the C-2 marks a substantial step forward in Japan's independent logistics and strategic airlift capability. The Subaru Bell UH-2, or UHX, is a next-generation utility helicopter jointly developed by Subaru Corporation and Bell Textron for the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force. Based on the dependable Bell 412 platform, the UH-2 has undergone extensive modifications to align with Japanese military standards. These include upgraded avionics, more powerful engines, and reinforced structural components that enhance safety and performance. Serving as a highly versatile platform, the UH-2 can conduct a wide range of missions, from troop and cargo transport to search and rescue and disaster relief operations. Unlike older helicopters in its class, the UH-2 offers improved capabilities while maintaining the operational flexibility essential for Japan's evolving defense and civil support roles. The UH-2, a rotary wing aircraft still in active use, is built with a focus on maintainability and reliability, qualities that are set to become even more critical as production scales up in the coming years. What sets the UH-2 apart isn't flashy innovation but its dependable utility. With a rugged design and mission flexibility, it plays a vital role in the modernization of Japan's self-defense forces. There's also quiet potential for the aircraft to transition into civilian use, possibly supporting offshore logistics or firefighting operations. Subaru's involvement in manufacturing indicates an ambition for scalable production, while the UH-2's Bell helicopter lineage suggests export opportunities. Though it may not be a revolutionary platform, the UH-2 fulfills its purpose with steady, understated reliability, delivering exactly what's needed to replace aging fleets with modern, capable systems. In contrast, the Honda Jet Elite 2 represents Japan's most successful foray into the global business aviation market, redefining what a light jet can offer. Manufactured by Honda Aircraft Company in the United States, it features over-the-wing engine mounts, a distinctive design that improves aerodynamics, increases cabin space, and boosts fuel efficiency. Capable of cruising at 778 km per hour, 485 miles per hour, with a range exceeding 2,600 km, it is ideal for non-stop regional travel in Asia or cross-country flights in the US. The upgraded Garmin G3000 flight deck with automated landing and auto-throttle enhances both pilot ease and safety. What truly sets the Elite 2 apart is its balance of comfort and performance, a quieter, roomier cabin seating up to 6 passengers, paired with Honda's trademark attention to detail, advanced materials, and reduced maintenance downtime. Although Honda isn't traditionally associated with aviation, the Elite 2 is gradually shifting that perception, potentially opening the door for greater Japanese influence in the premium aviation sector. The Namco YS-11 holds a special place in Japan's post-war aviation legacy as the first, and to date, only, commercial airliner fully developed and manufactured in the country after World War II. Created in the 1960s by the Nihon Aircraft Manufacturing Corporation, the YS-11 was a twin-engine turboprop designed to rejuvenate Japan's aerospace industry and serve the needs of regional airlines. It saw widespread use across Asia, the United States, and South America, with over 180 units produced. For a time, it symbolized Japan's resurgence as an industrial force in global aviation. However, despite its historical importance, the YS-11 lagged behind Western competitors in performance and size. Its complex maintenance requirements and underdeveloped support systems abroad, combined with growing competition from jets like the Fokker F-27, eventually limited its international success. The YS-11 aircraft may have seen an earlier-than-expected retirement from many fleets, but several models continued to serve with the Japanese military and Coast Guard well into the 2010s. While considered outdated by modern standards, the YS-11 played a foundational role in shaping Japan's aerospace ambitions and could very well influence future regional aircraft projects, especially as interest in sustainable, short-haul aviation resurfaces. And now, our number one pick might just upend what you thought you knew, the Kawasaki OH-1 Ninja. Developed in the 1990s as Japan's first fully indigenous scout helicopter, the OH-1 was designed to replace the aging OH-6. With an emphasis on stealth, it featured reduced radar and infrared signatures, a tandem cockpit for better crew coordination, and quiet twin engines. It excelled in agility and precision and was equipped with advanced avionics tailored for reconnaissance, targeting, and limited command missions. Despite its impressive capabilities, only about 40 units were ever produced, far fewer than anticipated. Several factors contributed to this: high production costs, limited export potential, and the global pivot toward unmanned aerial systems. As drones began dominating surveillance and delivery roles, Japan shifted its focus and funding to platforms like the UH-60J and newer UAV technologies. Nevertheless, the OH-1 remains a critical milestone in Japan's aerospace evolution. It demonstrated the country's ability to design, develop, and field stealth-capable rotorcraft. Whether elements of the OH-1 will find their way into future hybrid drone helicopter systems remains to be seen.